spoiler alert. Spoiler, 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 spoiler. Sorry, not sorry. I warned you. Hey guys, it's your girl Cameron and I'm back at it again with another video. And today I'm going to be doing a series review. We're going to be talking about On My Block Season 3. Season 3. So I finished the series last night and I just rewatched the last episode today just so I can recap, get everything, get all my thoughts together. I was so excited that On My Block released another season, but I was pissed when I found out it was only 8 episodes and we still only got the 30 minutes. What am I supposed to do with that? Well, I watched it in basically a day, guys. I did watch it in a day. It was kind of like a movie. You know, it was just one long, big old movie. Yeah, before we get any further, please comment down below. What did you think of the show? What did you think of season 3? Do you think that this was the best season? Were you slightly disappointed? We will get into all of that good stuff. And please hit that subscribe button down below. I thank you guys so much for watching. Without further ado, let's just get straight into the series review. Let's go. On My Block Season 3. As you guys know, Season 2 ended with them getting kidnapped. Honestly, it could have meant so many different things. And we know that the prophets were taken down. I thought it was something related to the prophets. That was my first instinct. But Season 3, they get straight into it. So this was super unexpected. I would not have guessed this by any means, but they were kidnapped by Cuchillo. Cuchillo, yes, Cuchillo. Or the Cuchillos. Girl, Cuchillo, knife, yada, yada, yada.
Cuchillos.
Who I guess is the leader of the
Santos.
Santhos. Ruby, Monse, Cesar, and Jamal get kidnapped. Just the 4 of them. And Cuchillo is like, okay, you need to go find Little Ricky. And you guys know Little Ricky from last time. The creator of the Santhos. Cuchillo claims that this is like the love of her life. And somehow these 4 little high schoolers, these little sophomores, are supposed to figure out the freaking mystery. Girl, that was my first problem. I was like, okay, so they found the Roller World money. Great, whoop-de-doo, cute. But now you're trying to get them to find a man who has been gone for years. Maybe before they were even born at this point. Sis, you should go find him himself. You got connects in the streets. I don't know why she was trying to threaten these children. But anyways, so the whole season is basically them trying to find Little Ricky. I really did not think that this season was going to go there. So this is definitely a surprise. In the end, they don't find Little Ricky. Cuchillo's killed. And all of the kids are kind of safe. Monse does end up going to the all-girls boarding school. And honestly, we'll get into the ending later, but it was kind of sad. I'm kind of confused. Like, is there a season 4 coming up, or was that the end? There's a few things to talk about. Kind of going through each character because each character is somewhat evolved in a sense. First thing I kind of want to talk about is the Cesar and Monse saga. As if this is kind of like, let's say this is the last time. We kind of got to get into this. If you know, you know. Cesar and Monse have had a thing since season 1. It really took the forefront season 2 because they were best friends for the longest time. So they were in this awkward position where it was like, we like each other, but we're friends. And it's just really, really, really weird. Honestly, the only thing that I will say about this season that I was disappointed in was I wanted to see more of Cesar and Monse's relationship cultivate. It just was kind of a little too back and forth, hot and cold for me. I do like Monse as a character. Some people find her very annoying. I like her. I do think that it was kind of annoying in a way because she's very strong-minded, very strong-willed. And Cesar, while they were on a break, she kind of ghosted him. He slept with another girl, hooked up with another girl. And yeah, you know, it was one of those things where I totally understand how it was hurtful. And I get her standing her ground. But she was sending mixed signals when she stayed with him, which was fine. But then she was like, can you hold me? And then they just went crazy. Okay, so that was the part where I was a little annoyed about. I do feel like Cesar was sincerely sorry, and of course she was being hard-headed, and I don't even want to say hard-headed. She was standing her ground. I definitely think that she felt disrespected, and that's fine. But then leading him on and all this stuff when I really feel like he was genuinely sorry about what he did, was something that was a little frustrating to me. Any moment I just feel like I got with Cesar and Monse just wasn't enough this season for me. I wanted more. So Monse, her character. So we'll kind of go through her character right now. Monse had a few things happen to her this season. One really major thing that kind of changed the course. There was a few things. But Monte's mother passed away. So if you guys remember, I keep saying that, y'all remember, but Monte's mother left her and her father when she was very young. And as you can see, I mean, that's pretty traumatic. She's grown up with this idea and this yearning for her mother. And I think it was season 2 where she ended up staying with her mom. Her mom pushed and was like, she shouldn't be living in that environment with her father. He's on the road. So Monte actually went to go live with her mom for a few months. And then her mother started lying on her father, and Monte said no. So basically, their relationship just kind of fizzled out, and nothing really happened. So season 3, when Monte and Cesar are hanging out, she gets the call that her mother passed away, and she's struggling with the idea that she really doesn't feel that sad about it. Because she actually sent her mom, I believe it was a voicemail, and she was like, well, she's dead now. I don't have to wonder if she's looking at my messages. And she was like, am I becoming insensitive or desensitized? And there was a lot of internal conflict, and I was glad to see her being that reflective. Another thing that happened that I'm still kind of confused about, that just kind of felt out of place, was when Monte kissed Spooky. First, Spooky is my man, okay? So I was like, we don't have a love interest on the show. It was reserved for me. Kissed Spooky, and I know that she was drunk, but even when she pulled away, it kind of seemed like she wasn't that regretful of it right then and there. That was just something that I did not see coming, which I guess is good writing. But then after the fact, I just feel like it held no relevancy because Cesar already knew about it. I thought it was gonna be a big blow up, honestly, that she kissed him. Like, I guess maybe Cesar felt like, well, we call it even, right? But to me, I just kind of felt like I wanted a little more drama out of that situation. I just didn't see the point in putting that in there if they were just gonna fight about it for, not even fight. Monse was like, aren't you mad at me? I don't know. That was a little weird to me. Then we have Cesar. So Cesar, he went through a lot that last season when he didn't kill old boy, the prophet, because it just wasn't in him. And it just created a whole lot of crap between him and his brother, between him and the Santhos, and then later between him and the prophets. So that was one thing that I was kind of concerned. I was like, where is this going to freaking go? Cesar's big plot line for this season was Cesar's father, Cesar and Spooky's father coming back into their life. When Cesar's dad got off the bus, I really thought it was Little Ricky. So they did give me a few little twists and turns. Like, I kind of like that, but I thought it was like Little Ricky or something. I don't know why I thought that. I thought his dad was not gonna be shit. Genuinely, I think that his heart was in a good place and he was trying to get right. And I get Spooky gave him a really, really hard time, and I get that. But I thought, honestly, that his dad was just going to come in, waltz in, ruin their life a little bit, and get out. But honestly, it seemed like him and Cesar were starting to create a relationship, and I was pleasantly surprised by their relationship. I was. When Cesar's father left, that created some turmoil between Cesar and Spooky, because Spooky is almost like a dad to Cesar. He is like a dad to Cesar, and Cesar just kind of felt like, you ran him out of here. But really, the dad just left because he felt like they would be better off without him. He didn't do anything for me this season like that. He was looking good, of course, he always does. He comes a close second to Spooky for me. No spooky situation, he's a Santhal. But at the end kind of the series, he wants to bury the hatchet. He wants to move on with his life. And there was another issue with a rival gang. I forgot the name, the 19s or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. So then we have Jamal. Jamal, this season was about Jamal. I feel like I saw Jamal more than I saw Cesar and Monse. Okay? And I like Jamal's character a lot. I think he's hilarious. But sometimes I was just like, all right. There's a lot of things going on with Jamal. He learns how to finally take a backseat. He was the one who found the roller world money. So, of course, there was some tension of him trying to be the leader and finding Lil Ricky. He found a few leads, but they ultimately went nowhere. So there's kind of that struggle. But we also get more of a look into Jamal's personal life. And he meets this crazy, weird girl. I want to say her name is Kendra. I suck with character names, okay? This crazy little homeschool girl, Kendra, who was following him around everywhere and being like a stalker. But you know, Jamal liked that because Jamal is Jamal. Jamal, you know, does a do for the first time. That girl was weird. Hella weird. I mean, she was in the dang graveyard, dog. He felt like he failed the mission with Lil Ricky. He tried. You know, they weren't able to figure it out this time, which is confusing to me. Like, I'm just kind of confused. Because we definitely got more of a look into Jamal's life, from his relationship with his idiotic, stupid parents. His parents are stupid. How do you not know what your son is doing? I always wondered that. Like, even when he was faking not being on the football team, how are you not going to the doctor with him? How are you just like, okay, son, you got a broken arm? Like, honestly, probably the funniest part of the season to me, not gonna lie, was those freaking chicken sandwiches giving me real Popeyes tease. Okay, so we're gonna move on to Ruby. So Ruby, every time we gotta get this weird masturbation type scene, him trying to find himself, and I'm really sick of it. This season they got him a mother effing girlfriend, and it was Jasmine. I was wondering if they were going to revisit that connection this season, and they definitely did, so I was happy to see that. But Ruby at home, his parents were having some issues, marriage issues, but it was really like rooted in financial issues, which we've still never found out. Okay, did we ever find out what the financial problem was and how all of a sudden one day? Because what I thought was going to happen was he was going to get the money back. Like, Ruby was going to try to get the money back from Cuchillo and be able to save his family. But then I don't think they did that. And when the mama said they worked it out, he was trying to run away. So question down below, was that ever answered? Because if so, what was the money situation? I know they did something on the computer screen when Jasmine was looking up like background checks or something to look up Ruby's father and something. But I kind of wanted them to go deeper into that, because Ruby's family was a big part of like season 1 and season 2. And I guess I just wanted to see a little more of that dynamic play out and see what happened with that. Honestly, the twins were never shown. For a minute, I was like, where the hell are the twins? But they were referenced. Ruby's Ruby. I love Ruby, though. Like, I genuinely do. And Jasmine, of course, Jasmine and Monse become closer this season. We got a little girl power going on. I think that's what Monse needed. Monse kind of found that a little bit with Olivia, but clearly Olivia died. They kill her off the show after that awful Spanish. Awful Spanish. Roll the clip. Un grupo de niños. Si alguien dice otra cosa, les voy a pegar en la boca. Awful. Awful. After they were getting some crap for that, they said, we gotta kill this girl off. But Jasmine finally started to come around, and they definitely became a little bit closer, which I thought was nice. You know, I think Jasmine's cool. I just always think she's always on 200. But I love her character because I really feel like she really represents. Like, I feel like there's people at home who can like genuinely relate to Jasmine. Played her character so well, and I think her own personality was able to come through with that character. A few things we gotta talk about. So the ending, Monse left for the boarding school, right? So then it cuts to a screen that says 2 years mother effing later. 2 years later. We skip 2 years, right? Anytime they do something like this in a movie or a show, it kind of indicates like the end. So that's why I was just watching like, I kid you not, that was my face the last 5 minutes of that dang show, the last 3 minutes of the show. But it cuts. Monse is at her boarding school. She looks a little more mature, grown up. That's what we get from Monse. Then we cut to Jamal. Jamal is on the motherfucking football team. I think when I saw that, I was like, the world ended. Did Jamal kind of conform? Did he change? Because to me, it's like, if you were so adamant about not playing football and all of a sudden you turn into like you're the jock. So that was interesting. There was a lot of questions left unsaid. But then Ruby walks by and he's holding hands with Jasmine. So Jasmine and Ruby are 2 years strong. I would think that they're seniors at this point. And Jamal and Ruby look at each other and it's very clear that they don't talk anymore. Monse was just like, promise me that we're not going to break up, or we're not going to stop being friends once I leave. And they promised, and clearly that promise was not kept. Clip, Jamal and Ruby just kind of give each other this like longing, like somber look. It's not really hostile, but it's just kind of like, I know you, but like I don't know you. Like, I'm not gonna talk to you type. You know what I mean? And then we get a little update on my man Pookie. And Pookie was talking about season 3 when he was still a Santhal 2 years prior. He was like, I want adult problems. I want a family. I want a wife. I want kids. I want a house. And so it cuts, and this was probably my favorite part, like high key. It cuts to Pookie at a barbecue, and he has a girlfriend or a wife, and she's pregnant. So he definitely, like, he grew his hair back. I don't think he had the face tat. Like, Pookie is a born again man, and that was honestly very heartwarming to me. And lastly, broke my heart, but Cesar broke my heart. Oh my God. But Cesar is a Santhal, and I noticed there was something in Cesar that was just not right. Something was off at the end of the last episode, when Pookie decided to like squash beef and unite the streets, La Calle, make amends with the rivals. And Cesar was very like, oh, so you're just gonna let him play you? He was very hostile, and I was like, this is not the same. It was almost like something snapped in him or changed in him. I'm like, this is not the same kid who didn't shoot old boy. Why is he being so upset that Pookie is finally trying to make things right after you blamed him for all of the problems in your life, after you blamed him for everything? So how are you going to get mad at him for trying to fix and change and make a difference? He was like, oh, well, they're going to cross you. Oh, so they're not trying to make peace with you. And he was trying to be realistic, but there was just a tone. So when the ending came and I saw that he was a Santhal, and it looks like they were beating someone into the gang, jumping someone into the gang, because it seemed like Ruby stayed on the right path. Jamal stayed on the right path. Monse is clearly in a different place. And to even see Pookie doing great, it just broke my heart that I felt like Cesar is just, and I sound dramatic, but it really did. Like, Cesar is just stuck. And it looks like he was calling the freaking shots. So there's a few questions that is confusing because they kind of wrapped it up like it was the end, but we have a lot of questions. So first off, this is why I think we need a season 4. What happened to Cesar and Monse? Clearly they're broken up. Because I couldn't see Monse, like, she's in a totally different place in her life. I couldn't see her staying with him. Is Cesar now the leader of the Santhos? It seems like Cesar has gotten a lot more wrapped up into the game. The game. Why? Why? Por qué? Why is Jamal on the football team? My boy got earrings and a gold chain now. What happened? Spooky. Is he really out of the game? Like, where did he move? Where did he live? Like, what's going on with that whole situation? And the conflict of, like, what it's like trying to leave the gang. So, was there any more drama with sharing blocks or the street? Or is there still, like, hella gang activity? I'm sure there is. But how did Spooky get out of it? Because you don't just get out of a gang like you just don't. I don't know how that works. Where is little Ricky? Okay? I think that's the one thing that I just feel like I don't understand why there's 8 episodes. This whole thing was about finding little Ricky, and we don't get little Ricky. I'll wait. I think my thing with the season, I think season 2 was my favorite, 100%. I don't think the season was bad by any means. Like, there was definitely moments where I was on the edge of my seat, like, oh, wait, what's happening? Oh, ooh. It was a little rushed. Why are there only 8 episodes? I feel like they could have wrapped up a lot more and given us more content and answered some of these questions for us in the last 2 episodes. And I definitely feel like just the whole 2 years thing was a little passive. But it would be cute if we were told this is the farewell season. But we weren't told that. So we're all sitting here watching this like, what is happening? Guys, that was my review of On My Block.
Boom!
Yeah. Season 3. Yeah, I would definitely rate this season a 7 out of 10. I definitely think that it's good. I think that we've all grown to be connected and love the characters, so I don't see how you could hate it. I think all of the actors and actresses on the show did a great job and do a great job of playing their characters in respective roles. But just as far as the writing goes, I just felt like there was a little something missing. I thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What are some questions that you have left about the show? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.